Okay. Is this my campaign? It's been such a long time.
July
All right.
29th?
July 29th. We are researching Illyrium. Tech is very odd in a campaign where you don't research any weapons and you have two scientists in the Psi Lab for the entire time. So I've been like pottering around very slowly. I have exosuits, like 15 of them. And those are like how I kill things in theory. And then I have, I'll show you the barracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 psi operatives going on.
That's an absurd amount of psyops.
It is.
For this time in my last campaign, I put psi pretty early, and I had maybe 4 by the end of the game.
Yeah. So I started psi in mid-April, I think. That was around when I got there. I got 2 early scientists. I got my sectoid corpse from Gatecrasher, and I just beelined straight there. I didn't do a basic research. It was just straight prereq psi build psi lab. And then I immediately upgraded it the second that I could afford it, and I've had 2 scientists in it the entire game. So this is like the ultimate output of psi operatives. I'm pretty sure. This is the most you can theoretically have. I did lose one recently, so we could have had one more. Terrible Name's the most advanced, and we have Domination going. It's been really interesting to, a lot of people get the option to train Null Lance for 12 days, and I'm trying to maximize my number of psi operatives because I'm not building any weapons, so every other class sucks. Except for specialists, and maybe shinobis. Shinobis can get swords from, the autopsies. But I want lots and lots and lots of psyops, so I'm trying to maximize the rate that I can get them while also making sure they're actually strong enough to beat missions. So I did take a couple of Null Lances. I forget who on. There are a couple of these guys with Null Lances, but in general, I've just been training the prereqs to the really, really strong abilities because they take less time to train. And I think they're just fine with Soulfire, Insanity, and Stasis.
So when you do missions, how many psyops do you bring on each one?
Lately, my teams have been 3 psyops, a shinobi, and a specialist. Or
I can't imagine
something like
ever
that.
losing a mission like that against anything. You could just lock down everything.
Yep.
What's Stasis's cooldown? 3 turns or something like that?
Oh yeah, I can juggle Stasis on something indefinitely, basically, if there's one enemy that I can't beat. The HQ that I played had a lot of that going on. Berserkers were very difficult for me to kill. They just had so many hit points and I couldn't hack them. So I would just stasis them
far too.
For a very, very long time. All of them are basically training pistol perks out of the AWC, and I think that you can actually get some... I mean, this is not something that anybody needs to care about, because why would you care about this? But I think you can actually deal decent damage with, Schism on Insanity Ruptures. So you're getting +2 damage for every hit. And then you just, fire 5 times with every soldier with a pistol.
Yep, yeah, I didn't even realize what Schism was. I used it my second to last mission. I was like, oh, that ruptures?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a fairly solid ability. What else is there going on?
Basic pistols would be very strong with that.
Yeah, we have red screen rounds on them as well, which is -25 hack defense every time you hit something. So if I hit something 4 times, any specialist can control it 100%, basically.
A 100% control campaign. This is fascinating. Do you have any sectoid corpses?
Do I need those for the tier 2?
I just think for the neuro trainer, is that what it's called? And also the tier 2 thing. I was just wondering because in my campaign, I got my second one in November.
Yeah, I don't have any of those. I didn't see a sectoid on the HQ assault I did. I've been very light on troop columns or supply raids this campaign. I actually passed up on a UFO because I was infiltrating the HQ when it happened, and I don't have a second team.
Yep, that's what I figured. Yeah.
Yeah. I can do missions with ballistic weapons and exosuits. It's like serviceable, but probably not a UFO. Well, maybe. So I was thinking.
How would you? Oh, sorry. What?
I was thinking I'd go up to like war suits and just win the campaign from there. What were you gonna ask?
How would you lose this campaign? Like, what's gonna pose a legitimate enough threat to prevent you from actually winning?
I don't actually know anymore. I thought I was going to lose it a month and a half ago or something, when I didn't have lasers and wasn't getting mags and, you know, just didn't really have a good barracks. But now I feel like I'm in a very, very, very good position.
I think you would get stronger and stronger too. Like, in theory, I'd be scared of when giant M3 pods show up and like there's 8 advent with 30 HP each. But that just makes it easier for you because you can dominate insanity mind control all of them and then just turn them around and fight everybody else.
Hopefully. I don't know how high their will gets on like tier 3s.
Well, that's why I was asking about the sectoid corpses, because it's still insanely high. Like I didn't even have any sectoid corpses, no neuro trainers, and I think I still had against even good M3s like a 75% chance to dominate.
Okay.
Most of them.
So yeah, if I have 3 of those on a mission, I probably win pretty easily. The specialist hacks are more reliable. Even.
Yeah.
I've never just focused on like pistol plus red screens, but when you have everybody has quick study, it's very easy to get pistol soldiers on your teams.
It's especially beneficial the way the hacking is coded. Like the more of it you have, the more like effectual it is.
Yeah.
So double, triple, quadruple stacking is just gonna make it up right into the 100% all the time.
So I'm bringing 1 sharpshooter to Waterworld, I've decided. He has grazing fire, which is only primary weapon. Why did I do that? I don't know. Anyway, I was going to try to give him Kubi Curry.
Yeah.
So like I'm going to deal 1 damage 50 times on a mission, and then I'll also have 1 shot which deals 108 damage. Just like with the ballistic sniper rifle.
Just casual 1 or 1. That's not a large delta at all. Perfectly balanced diversity and damage output for sure.
Yeah, I also wanted him to have pistol perks because he has 90 aim where my psi operatives don't really. Oh, I could have made him my officer. I could still make him my officer, huh? We could go with what's that thing called? Lead by example? Could go with lead by example for all of the psi operatives and their pistols. I've never actually done that before.
I thought you did a long time ago.
I've tried really hard to make it work. It's never made sense, though.
Yeah, something about the range or something just never seemed to work out in my...
Yeah, for me, it's that my shooty classes already have the aim, so it doesn't matter. Like, my ranger doesn't really have that much less aim than my sharpshooter. And, like, my technical doesn't care. Nobody, like... I'm not building my technical to care about having that extra...
In theory, that's where I would want it, is on the technical to use to get more value out of Shredder.
Yeah.
Especially with pistols, but he's never in range to get it, so...
Yeah, like... You can sort of get there, but not really. So I'm getting skull mining going as well, which is apparently requiring 4 engineers, so it's not happening yet. But I'm going to be able to put Skulljacks on my 2 specialists each mission. My team's going to be like 3 psi operatives, 2 specialists, maybe a shinobi with command or something like that. I'm going to go to every mission. I'm going to get 20 intel from skull mining twice. So I can, you know, expand to the entire globe and get all of the Golden Path missions. And then I'm just going to beat the game. Can I just say that and not finish playing it? What do you think?
That is basically what I've been wanting to do with my campaigns for a long time now. It's like if you can make it past July, time for a new game. It does seem odd to me that this is going to work.
It was very odd to me too. I had a mission where things were legitimately really, really bad, and I rolled like a 30% insanity and mind controlled something.
Oh yeah.
which sort of saved the entire campaign. I mind controlled a Guardian, no less. And when you mind control a Guardian, you get that one action from Ready for Anything. Like, the game gives it to you on the first turn it's mind controlled, so I was able to set it on Overwatch. It overwatched with covering fire in the middle of a pod of like a mech and another guy who were both going to kill me, and just shot them both before they could take their action.
That seems legit.
Yeah, if that didn't happen, maybe I lose the campaign. But I
had a lot of missions similar to that with my psyops. Like, the mission seemed... Yeah, there was one mission I was going to leave. Like, something weird happened, and I blew my concealment on the very first move of my Shinobi on, like, a very heavy troop column with the first sectopod of the campaign, and I had, like, mag guns. Like, and, like, ballistics on half the people. And then, true to frigging form, lucky insanity mind control proc saves the day. Like, that happened in so many missions for me. I started banking on it and just spamming insanity.
Yeah,
and that actually works out.
When you can use it multiple times a turn, every single turn, it's just like averages at that point. Dur pointed out that you can't get a minor intel cache twice in a mission. I'd forgotten about that when I was talking about skull mining. That's a good point. It's not going to be quite as absurd as I said it would be.
Are those the same kind of things though?
Yeah. Oh, it's minor intel.
I've done skull mining so few times. Have you tried mind merging for the bonus will for like the higher chance to insanity mind control?
That works?
I think so. That's the number one reason why I wanted to get whatever the heck soul merge. Is that what it is?
Oh, you mean like more psi strength? Do you mean more psi strength or more will? I thought does it
buff your chance? I have no idea. I wanted to try it. Oh, okay. I have no idea if it works or not. Someone, I think, said it worked once, but I never tried it.
No, I haven't tried. I don't really know what psi operatives do. Like, I've tried to make them work so often. I always tried to build weapons, too, though. And I've never thought, like, hey, you don't have to do that. That had never crossed my mind before. But I think it might be true. If you can get psyops to this level at this time in the campaign, and like build exosuits too, which will just carry you through mid-game, no problem. I think you can do this.
It would be exponentially easier if there was a means to get more sectoid corpses. Just because the difference for that extra plus 20 from having like a tier 2. When do you get tier 2 psyamps these days?
It's at Illyrium.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure that they require sectoid corpses. I looked it up in the wiki like a couple of days ago. I thought it was an Illyrium core. Maybe it's a sectoid corpse. Pretty sure they dismissed it.
Pretty sure they do.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
They didn't. And then when they got changed to Illyrium, because it used to be like a codex or something.
Ah.
Or something like that. But yeah, I couldn't build any. I built like one the whole campaign. I have no idea what's going on here. I wasn't paying attention.
This is just a suicide mission. It's not a very exciting mission. So I think the 5 broken things in the game that the player can make just serve them so hard that the enemy can never do anything are squad sight, Overwatch, mind control, shred storm cannon, and I ran out of fingers because I'm holding a pen. Incendiary grenades. I think, I'm using most of those in this campaign. They're so strong. And I can't work out how it could possibly not be like that. They all just seem like they are just really, really strong.
All of them, you mean, or incendiary?
All 5 of them. Like, how do you make squad sight not really strong? You require an entire separate game system or something.
No, you just need to balance aim and crit so you can't stack 100 from across the universe. The squad sight penalties could be way higher than they are. That's for sure.
Okay, well that helps. I still feel like you can break it though. I feel like you can stack more aim.
that's the problem. Like if you couldn't stack more aim, like if there was an actual threshold, like right now you start the game and your rookies have like 65 or something like that aim on average. And then, if they scaled up to 90 at the maximum, that would be great. But they don't. They scale up to like 200 or something insane when they're a sharpshooter who gets like everything in the game, and then you holo target, and then you focus fire. It's like it's not even remotely close. The maximum theoretical aim stack is through the stratosphere. But we've talked about this at length with not having everything being based on base 5 for scaling, and that's how you fix it.
Yeah, I think like asymptotic approaches to 100 would be interesting for fixing that as well.
But that's not even the biggest thing. I think flipping enemies is by far the biggest thing.
Say that again?
Controls.
Oh, flipping enemies. Yeah, mind controls.
Yeah, like from one side to the other side. So hacking or mind controlling. Mostly because the AI is just so bad at doing anything with its turn. To pull one whole unit away from it and then simultaneously give it one whole unit to target, it's like what little it's going to do is going to be against... Whoa. I wasn't even paying attention to what's going on here, but that guy died.
Yep, Jamie Hall's dead.
Wow, you are so ruthless and careless with your
It wasn't even a viewer soldier. It was like a jailbreak soldier that was just a randomly generated rookie, I think. I don't know.
I have the opposite. I don't think... There's no way I could get a non-viewer soldier in my campaign. I think my last campaign between like the public pool and the Patreon pool had over 500 characters.
Yeah, I'm up to like 350. It still happens to me though. I don't know why.
Oh, actually, I do know why. Someone told me in one of the comments there's an I thing you have to edit. Search for pool. Oh. And you have to set it to... Just search for pool in all the INIs. You'll find it. But by default, the game does not use all your pool characters, and I have no idea. Once I changed that, it got fixed.
Okay.
And
well,
that would the campaign.
That would only result in me being more upset more regularly. So I don't even know if I should do that.
That sounds about right. Also, I do feel like controlling enemies should not be anywhere near as easy as it is.
I think it can either... Oh, hey, it's a network tower. It could either be this easy... Oh, we get to play another operative network tower. Oh, these are fun. These are a lot of fun. You go quadruple psyop shinobi. What was I about to say? It could be much less strong when you pulled it off. Like, it could only last one turn. Or... the AI could understand that it was a, mind-controlled enemy and try to flashbang the person who was mind-controlling them, or something like that. There are ways that you could
ignore the unit,
or ignore the unit. Yeah, for sure. There are ways that you could try to do that, which maybe are somewhat involved, or it could just be much harder to do.
Could you do quadruple psi with all fuse on the network tower?
I don't have any fuses.
I never got any either, because you have to go through some weird prereq that doesn't bring you to domination. So I was like, why the hell would I ever do this?
Yeah. Exactly.
But I imagine that would be absolutely hilarious. Like, just start with the shinobi popping the command, which is super easy to do, or popping the tower, whatever it is, and then just fuse every single pod into the ground.
Doesn't it have a cooldown now, fuse?
Hell if I know.
Okay, that's fair. I also do not know, I suppose.
I've used it in vanilla once, a year and a half ago?
Load out for 2 smash and grabs. Hey, Llama Chomp's here. How's it going, Llama Chomp? So talk to me about your PUBGing a little bit, if we're going to be PUBGing on Friday, which I'm pretty excited about. I'll explain to you what you're signing up for. So, like, Beagle is extremely good at PUBG. He's played games like this forever and plays PUBG, like, quite competitively. And Nick was a former professional Call of Duty player who is now like one of the top 10 people in Oceania, and we'll be playing on the Oceania servers. So we'll be on 250 plus millisecond ping. So that's the team you're going to be on. Do you feel pressure?
No.
No?
I actually don't. I used to play competitive Battlefield 1942 like 15 years ago.
Competitive Battlefield 1942?
We were very serious. And then 15 years went by. I got much older. My aim is much worse. My reaction skills are slower. But I still have my youthful, like, ignorance to carry me forward. Yeah, I'm not even remotely pressured. I will say that my PUBG experience was like this. I started the game, I'm like, what the hell's this? And then I tried to win, and I'm like, okay, if I hide in this bush, I win. And then I won a bunch, and I was like, this is dumb. And then I just run into the middle of the open, as you saw, because we did that the other day. Just run into the open, either die horrifically or kill everyone, and it's just super fun. However, I will say I've watched actually a ton of Beagle playing, and he takes it very, almost not seriously, but seriously at the same time.
He likes to mix it up.
Yeah, very, very much looking forward to that. That looks like, for me, I just get into the habit of running out repeatedly, and if I win, I win. If I don't, whatever. Who cares? It's like fun. Just fight a lot.
Nick plays the game much like that. Nick is very aggressive.
Yeah.
When you were a professional Call of Duty player, you can sort of pull that off, it seems like.
Oh, that's right. I did play professional, not professional, but competitive Call of Duty.
Oh, you did?
It was,
no way.
It was literally Call of Duty, period. Like the original Call of Duty that came out back when Battlefield 1942 came out.
Huh. All right. You can be a member of our team. I think you'll do okay. You'll do at least as well as me. Probably even better.
That I'm gonna say.
Choose your words carefully. Choose your words carefully.
Yeah, true. Absolutely true. I will say, actually, pretty interesting minor tidbit in Battlefield. I played on. This was like 15 years ago, so we played with this one kid named, his call sign was like XCOM. And
Okay.
he was like really young at the time. He's like 14 or something. He was insanely good, but he went on. He actually plays PUBG now, but he's pretty huge. I think he has like 400,000 followers on Twitch.
Wow.
It was surprising. I actually saw him in a game the other day
I have
by
to do
mistake
another
and killed him.
Oh my god.
What do you do? I'm not even paying attention to what you're doing.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm playing another suicide mission. Apparently, that's all I do these days.
Do you still play these things? I can't bring myself to.
They're still in the
gear
game.
up for 'em.